and you are watching Gov's Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Tony, welcome to Go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
Alright, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead Radio Show. You're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
It's a boy. It's a boy, Mrs. Walker. It's a boy.
a lot of different people. This one right here used to headline Chuckles and Eastside and all these clubs. If you remember Claudia Sherman, Google her, she used to come out with a wedding dress and talk about how her wedding went all awry and this and that. She is here, when a comedian comes to see another comedian, that is the biggest honor a comedian can get. And I'm honored that you're here tonight. I love Claudia. Claudia Sherman, back in the day, was a great stand-up comic. We used to do all the clubs around the tri-state area. Yeah. Long Island, New Jersey, Connecticut, all the clubs. Governors in Levittown. It's going to be a phenomenal night at Governors in Levittown.
Hi, I'm Claudia. I'm with the Down House.
It's called the Down and House, and she's doing a show in the Giggle Room. When are you doing that? October 5th. Governors in Levittown. Go to govs.com for your tickets.
With the Down House.
A lot of great comedians, a lot of laughter, good food. Governors in Levittown. Get your tickets now. govs.com.
One time without them on.
Hi, everybody. It is Friday. Yay. That means Andy's here.
Andy's back.
Andy's back. So is the rest of them. Seconds Out will be joining us soon.
In seconds? Boy, for a band called Seconds Out, they're minutes out from getting here.
Out.
I hope they're listening.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. The band Seconds Out, they'll be joining us in about 10 minutes. Welcome to the Knockem Date Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. If you're watching on Facebook, knock yourself out. We appreciate it. Please follow the page and share the page and do all that social media stuff. But
if you want to be cool,
like all the cool kids do, head on over to YouTube where you can say hi to Seconds Out and say hi to us. And if you want to hear your name read, you want to hear your name said and your comments read, head on over to the YouTube feed.
Hey, you want to do it the other way around? That's cool too. We're here for it.
Whatever you're into. No judgment.
No kink shaming here.
Head on over to the YouTube feed. That is where we monitor the comments. And again, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and follow and share and do all that social media stuff. We really appreciate the support. We are coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, where I have no idea who's playing tonight. I keep screwing. Oh, look at that!
Is this Schmucko?
Yeah, I didn't even tell you. Yeah, I didn't even tell you. He called again the other day.
I saw the what do you call it? The song. I saw Elio, which I was like, oh, fucking kick ass, because Elio's fucking tits. So
yes. So while I was playing that video, I picked up the phone.
Yeah.
And I said, look, I've given. I didn't even say hello or anything. I said, look, I've given you a million chances here.
Right.
I said, I am again asking you nicely to stop calling. And he pulled the same shit that he pulls on the air. But I want to be, because Mike Kaplan was sick. I want to be your co-host today. I said, stop fucking around. I said, we're not on the air.
Right.
I said, you're watching the show so you can see we're not on the air.
Right.
I said, I'm asking you nicely to stop.
Right.
But why?
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, all right, now you're being a fucking dick. I said, stop fucking calling. And again, I want to be your co-host. I said, fuck you. I said, and God help you if I find out who you really are.
That's.
Oh, and then he just said it again. I want to be your co-host, and I just yelled, I go, fuck you, and I hung up.
Nice.
So now, I've been getting advice from people to just let it go, and he'll eventually get bored and stop calling, which is probably true, but in the meantime, we have this annoying ring going on.
I actually like it's like a song. It's like dun 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 dun.
What I have to do, because then even Bosie was like, "Well, just turn the volume down." I'm like, "Well, I can't see the phone if I'm facing the camera, so I won't know if it's ringing." And Bosie's like, and he's absolutely right. He's like, "Move the cord and move the phone." I'm like, "Oh yeah." So I'm gonna do that.
See, even a stop clock shines on a dog's ass every now and then.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to do that.
Finally, I did a good mixed metaphor.
So I'm gonna move the phone, and I got to figure out where I'm gonna put it and all that stuff.
Right.
Ann Rothney is watching. Good morning, Tony and Andy. Tribute to Genesis sounds awesome. Have a great Friday.
Hey,
Thank you, Ann.
hello,
Same to you.
Ann. Thank you.
Ann is, I don't know if you missed it, she started commenting earlier this week. I asked her who she was. She's from California. She stumbled upon our show a few months ago and has been watching ever since, but just made herself known to us the other day.
I hope only Fridays.
Why? She can watch Fridays included, but she can watch other days.
Right. Welcome, Ann. Welcome.
Selfish bastard.
Yes, I am.
Be part of the team. It's a one big team. You and Mike Kaplan and Diane Fogarty and Frank Walker. It's all one big family.
When you say it like that, can I not be part of that group?
It's funny. That's what Fat Jay used to say about you.
Oh, yeah. No
when
doubt.
he was part of it.
Yeah.
And I got to, speaking of which, because Fat Jay used to come in here on Tuesdays with Dan LaRocco.
That's right.
Oceanside Library has hired Knockem Dead Comedy to do a game show. Cool. Actually, I should get you to do it. It's a superhero game show night.
Oh, hey now.
So,
superheroes, you say? I'm interested.
Damn fly! I thought I got him before. So
he's trying to get you.
Yeah. So they hired me to do this thing. It's the end of October, and I'm emailing back and forth with this woman. All of a sudden, I get a message from LaRocco. He goes, "Congratulations on Oceanside Library."
Oh, is his girlfriend?
It's his
there?
girlfriend.
Yeah.
His girlfriend's the one who emailed me. Total coincidence.
She's very sweet. I only spoke to her like the one time outside the brokerage, but
then what is she doing with him?
I mean, everybody is entitled to make poor decisions when they're young.
You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that. So the band Seconds Out, a tribute to the band Genesis. I'm wearing their shirt. They are expected here momentarily.
Tony's that guy wearing the shirt of the band.
Yes, I am that. And I'm that guy. The gig. I'll be playing the Genesis music on the way to the show. Yeah, I'm totally that guy. I don't know how many of them are coming in. I don't know if it's just Frank. I don't know if it's a whole band or 2 or 3. I have no idea. So we'll find out when they get here. But that'll be fun. They're good guys. Go see them next Friday, September 7th at 89 North in Patchogue.
Oh, cool. Right by me, man.
And I don't know. There's also a Pink Floyd band playing that night. What happened?
No, this is fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's driving me nuts.
You know what? It would be sad if he wasn't such a dick.
Right.
But now it's hilarious.
But then Carol was watching yesterday, and even was it yesterday? No, Wednesday, and even she commented. She's like, "That ring is driving me crazy." I'm like, but I'd like to leave the phone lines open for the rest of you.
Right.
God, I really. I hope now it's this guy in where is it? Cleveland.
Yeah.
I hope it's him
Ohio,
because
Indiana
I want to
area.
go there. I am now dying to go there.
Nobody wants it. It's flyover country.
It was only $54 on Southwest Airlines to take a flight over there. Well, trust me, I looked. I know you would do it. Don said he would do it.
Bosie for sure.
Bosie. There was who else?
Bosie's the muscle.
Saliani said, and Keegan. I mean, this would be
a great trip.
We'd end up in jail probably, but
we'd have a lot of fun.
For a night, it would be worth it. I'm willing to go to jail for a night. I've never been in jail.
I could add to my fingernail collection because I was in the service, and that's what I used to do. Is collect the fingernails of all of the people I'd killed.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
I have a nice fingernail necklace. It smells funny, but
that's a good idea.
Like the full fingernail, not just the clippings. Like that would be weird, right? Just the clippings.
Just the clippings.
A little gross.
But now,
if you ask me. But the full.
And do they turn color eventually? Like they did?
Oh yeah, and they smell funky.
So do you label them so you know whose it is?
Oh no, it doesn't matter. After a while, they all look alike.
Racist. So the sad news today, that breaking this morning in the sports world, the hockey world. How do you say his last name?
Goudreau.
Johnny Goudreau.
Johnny Hockey.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yep, Johnny Hockey. Passed away in an accident. I believe it was yesterday. Currently, on the Columbus Blue Jackets, right? But he spent a lot of time in Calgary, right?
Yeah, no, he was drafted by Calgary. He was in Calgary for several years.
Yeah.
And he signed with Columbus a few years, like probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, and I believe that's who he's been with. Right?
Yes, yeah. And Columbus is not a great team, but he's always anywhere. We even get Calgary. I mean, he was on a good Calgary team, but he's always been a shining spot. He
Right.
played for Boston College. I was just telling you before.
Yes.
Is my cousins? A couple of my cousins went to Boston College, and I don't know if they knew him or knew people who knew him because they were involved in Booster, the whole hockey
Right.
thing. And my cousin's husband is who's from West Hampton. They live up in Connecticut, but he's a huge hockey fan, huge Islander fan. So they're up there living in Connecticut, raising 3 Islander fans.
Nice,
hilarious,
as they should.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was bike riding with his brother, and a car smashed into them, killed them both. Suspected under the influence, but that has not been confirmed.
Right.
This happened in New Jersey, Salem County, New Jersey. They were in New Jersey because today was supposed to be their sister's wedding.
In Philadelphia. So this is probably South Jersey where this happened. Is what I'm
Salem
guessing.
County, yeah, I don't know where that is. But
It's not a North Jersey county. Like
Right.
we don't hear it.
Yeah, true. I'm assuming the wedding was being postponed.
Oh God, it's just so horrible.
What a sad story that is. And he's an active hockey player, so he could only be at the very most, late 30s.
He was
right?
31.
Oh, he's 31.
Yeah, no, I'd read it just before. At 31 years old with 2 small children.
Oh,
it
terrible.
just don't go bike riding, guys.
Right. Stay behind the wheel under the influence because they never die.
Well, like we talk. Well, it's like, oh, don't drink and drive. Well, he's not the one I care about here, so I wouldn't be talking to him. The people that suffer are the one. Don't go out.
Don't go out.
Don't
That's
ever
it.
go out. Stay in padded room.
Go back to quarantine.
Dude, I miss being on quarantine so bad.
Do you?
Yeah, it was so fucking relaxing.
Your quarantine life specials were probably the best ones because you would do something creative every time.
Well, I wanted it to be like my talk show. I even had written out the Andy Flageno show, and I would just like hold up the piece of paper and play music on my fucking like public domain music, so
Right.
I wouldn't fucking get in trouble. I interviewed Daphne, and we did cookie taste tests.
All
So
right.
that was.
These guys are here, so
Oh, sweet. All right.
I'll give you the choice. Should I put on a video of the band, or do
Yeah,
you
put
wanna-
on a video of the band.
All right. We'll be right back. The band Seconds Out is here. We'll be right back with them. All
you're
right.
putting yourself at legal risk.
All right, we're back. Joe, yeah, there you go. Okay, so let me just set
There's
up.
a delay, just so that's not actually what's happening right now. I figure.
Yeah.
Let you know that, so you didn't be like,
What?
yes.
Staying there.
Should I be hearing out of the earphones yet?
Yeah, you probably won't hear us, but we hear you
We
just
hear you.
fine.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
But you can hear us in the room.
Yeah, but that's your. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
However you want to do it.
Excellent.
That is cooler.
All right, we're hanging out with
cool. I strive for cool.
Frank and Joe are here from the band Seconds Out, and Al is coming too. You said?
Yeah, Al's gonna be a little late, and Mike's gonna be a little late.
Oh, Mike's coming too. Excellent. Very nice.
Cool.
So, yeah, we're excited that the boys are here again. You can see them again on September 7th at 89 North in Patchogue. Very nice. We just had a guest in here yesterday that played there last night.
Oh, cool.
Joe DeJesus.
Oh, cool.
He's,
I miss
okay,
Joe.
that's cool.
Fuck, I knew I was missing something.
Yeah, and it's always a
damn
good
it.
time when Joe's here. And
Yeah.
he plays in all of Mike Del Judas's, all the incarnations of his bands.
Yeah, there was a connection between him and Al's nephew. Plays
That's right.
with the kid. Yeah.
It's a Long Island, but it's a small island.
It is. It's true. So, yeah, Al, well, I'll ask him about it. But, yeah, so it was Al's nephew, but Joe and Al went to law school together.
Well, that I did not know.
I didn't even know Al was a lawyer.
Oh, is that what they're calling it? Law school?
Right. It was an M for M ad. Mickey Delaney says, good morning. Paula Marie, hi, everyone. Rainy
Hey.
here in the Poconos, she says.
Good.
As it should be.
What the
No,
hell?
well, it's better than being dry, I
The
guess.
Poconos is Satan's playground.
Dude, I once went. I do this thing where every Christmas I go to a movie, like to get away from everybody, and it was True Grit. The year True Grit was, and I had to drive to
The old one or the new one?
the new one. It was
Which is wonderful.
It was wonderful,
Yeah.
but I so wanted to see it, so I drove to this like little movie theater, and it had multiple screens in the place. It was called like the Poconos movie something or other. I go in there. There's like 8 seats. I thought I was gonna get murdered. Like it was just so creepily.
And were you disappointed that you weren't?
No, every day I wake up, I'm disappointed that I've woken up.
Well, think how we feel.
Yeah, no, I know what I'm doing to you people.
We're sharing your pain.
Yes, no, and I'm giving it. I know. But that place was creepy. Anyway, Poconos are creepy.
So, 89 North, which is a great place. You got a Pink Floyd band is playing with you guys too, right? That night.
Kick ass.
Us and Floyd.
Yeah. Okay. And now who's going first?
We're going to open
Okay.
for them.
That's a good show.
Well, bands,
Yeah.
it's never really like with comics, that's the thing. But with bands, it's not really.
Well, it's more of a logistical thing, and I
Right.
think Joe might be able to speak to that as well. You know, if you're opening band, you have to be able to get off in time for the other band.
Right.
Sure.
And he has multiple keyboards. I have percussion items.
Rock and roll.
So we've recruited some friends to help us just get the stuff off the stage really fast.
Percussion items.
Yeah, percussion items. Yeah.
Drums.
Well, there's
No, I'm 100% fucking with you.
You hurt my feeling.
feeling.
There's a friend of mine married the drummer for Avril Lavigne's band. I didn't realize like all of the things that go to all of the musicians. I mean, you obviously have a ton of equipment.
Wait, Avril
Keyboards.
Lavigne? I thought he would just be drum syncing to the sound.
Now you've hurt my friend.
Like I said, I'm all about shared pain.
Well, when I met him, it had just that song "Girlfriend" had just hey you I don't like your girlfriend.
Don't know it.
And this is like 20 years ago. And this is 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And so when I met him, I was like, hey, nice to meet you. And he was just like,
I hope he smacked you.
he just didn't know what to make of me.
Well, yeah.
It was at John Harvard's, which is now Chipotle. Up by the
John
Smith Haven Mall.
Harvard's, oh my God, yes.
Up by the Smith Haven Mall. Yeah.
I
It
remember
was in
that
there that
place.
I met the dude. Yeah.
But when it comes to taking your gear down and stuff, is it like you guys ever say, all right, let's just share the gear? Like, I mean, you were talking 2 prog bands that
Fucking hippie.
Well, they have a house kit.
So there's a house drum kit there. And I'm not bringing my kit because that's just a nightmare.
That's a whole other thing.
And that must be a relief when you have to get off so quickly.
Yeah. Well,
in Andy's case, he gets off very quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah,
I could open for anybody.
You know, I have the video, so
like
I know.
Anybody. Which one?
Yes. But it's nice when you have, especially I have another.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Thanks. Sorry, Mike just wrote. He just commented that he's outside. So I went to go get him. Sorry.
Yeah, all right, I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold my thought because it's really super important.
It's only the lead singer. Who cares?
I'll chime in and say, though, keyboard rigs are so very different than one another. So if you throw somebody else's keyboard rig at me, I would not know where to find the sounds I need to do a Genesis show.
Okay.
I play at a Rolling Stones tribute. I can find the piano and the organ. I'll get go through fine on that. Genesis, whole other thing.
No, all right, that makes a lot of sense.
And it would be the same for the Pink Floyd player.
Right, okay. Yeah. Hi, Mike. Bye, Mike.
What's going on?
What you got? What do you got there?
He's got a guitar.
Oh, you bought a guitar?
A guitar.
Nice.
You're a musician?
I used to be.
I play one on TV.
It would help if I turned your mic on. Mike's mic. It's on. There we go.
Hi, guys.
Mike is here.
Hey-o.
Mike. Now it's a show.
That's it. Do we?
Is it what this is?
Yeah, we were having to talk to the keyboardist and the drummer for the last few minutes.
Oh no!
It's been a fucking nightmare.
Well, don't worry, it's gonna get worse.
Fucking nightmare.
He's talking to the B team.
If you,
it's gonna get much worse.
Tighten these right here. That'll help.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, is it loose?
Oh, you're not pointing to his nipples, are you?
Ah, there we go.
And he was pointing to his own.
I'll show you later.
There we go. Oh,
no, that's good. No, that's
okay.
all
We
right,
got this. We got this.
All right, my daughter might be watching, so I better watch my
all
mouth.
right, we'll have to be on our best
Oh,
behavior.
I'm so fucking sorry.
Watch your fucking mouth.
You son of a bitch.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Doing
Yeah?
good.
Everything's good?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Excellent.
Fine and dandy.
Now, do you ever play the guitar in the band? Or?
Yeah, just one or two. I do it with Ripples and what was the other song? What?
11th Earl.
Yeah, and 11th Earl Lamar.
So that makes you guys better than the actual Genesis, because Phil didn't play.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Phil. He didn't even play keyboards in Genesis, even though he could play a little bit keyboards.
I mean, he did a couple things on his solo run. I think he
but
he would go back and forth, but not in Genesis.
But yeah, Genesis, he never got behind the
just
keyboard.
drums and some bongos and percussion. Yeah.
So now you
he had
guys,
a wicked voice, so I don't think he really needed to go too far. So
true.
I was wonderfully dismissive of the drums.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just like played some drums or something like that.
You know what? You get used to it.
So now the big news also. So you're playing 89 North, but then you also announced you're playing the Cutting Room.
We are.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. That's one of my favorite places to see a concert. Actually, yeah.
Well, then we expect to see you there.
When is it? December sometime?
December 27th.
Oh, I'm busy.
Yeah.
No, Mike.
And if I only asked him, if you noticed.
No, I'll be there.
The guy with the seconds out
watching.
Shirt.
It's
You're
not
gonna
you.
be
It's me not liking you.
Yeah, no, I buy that.
I'm trying to make it for next week.
Well, I hope you
wanna
do.
Get there. I hope I do too. I'm
can
overdue.
When you can confirm that? Because I'll put you on the.
Oh no, you don't have to do that.
Okay.
No, I don't mind paying for a ticket.
So that you pay twice.
Pay twice.
Yeah, pay twice as much.
Oh.
Since you don't want the freebie.
Put you on the double.
Screw you, man. And bring me a coffee.
This is how we fund the people on the other list.
the B list. Yeah.
That's like when you're getting married, right?
Yes, exactly.
Whoever says no, now we'll get these other ones in.
We need some table fillers.
But a Cutting Room will be playing with Pompey Floyd, the other Pink Floyd tribute band.
Oh.
Not the other Pink Floyd band. They're just they're great guys. They play more than
There's only 3 in the United States. Yeah.
Was this by design?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say it's the two great tastes that go great together. I mean,
sure.
When we were growing up, if you listen to Yes, Genesis, and Pink Floyd, they were like the big three. So one day we're going to team up with Total Mass Retain or Awaken. Who knows? But in the meantime,
or Wonder Stories.
Our friends, yeah.
Well, Kenny's a good friend.
Really
now you guys are just making shit up with like the names.
The title names, yeah.
I once saw I think we may have even talked, or maybe we just talked about it. The Genesis band Rail.
Yep. Yeah, they're great.
Yes.
Yeah, those guys. Now that I think I may have told you, but those guys They played just Gabriel era,
Yeah.
and this guy, because Peter Gabriel, for those of you who don't know, used to get up in real outrageous costumes when he was in Genesis, and this guy, their lead singer, he does the same thing.
Yeah.
And I knew what to expect going to see this, but I went with a bunch of people. Actually, a bunch of us went together. And I knew too. I knew that they had no idea. So watching their faces when they were seeing this, like they weren't even familiar with the original. Like they may have known some of the songs, but they had no idea what the stage act would be. So they were shocked, but which I had a good laugh at. But anyway, it was them, and then a Sting / Police tribute. That was a good show, man. To see those two together,
yeah,
you wouldn't really, like you mentioned, Floyd and yes, but yeah, you'd really like Sting and the Police doesn't come to mind, but it kind of made sense to me. And then seeing it,
Gabriel and Sting did a tour together a few years ago.
That's true, they did.
So I think it was called the Rock Paper Scissors tour.
Yes,
so.
You're right. Very good. Yeah.
And Gabriel actually did like the first. One of the songs he did was the first intro to Dancing in the Moonlit Night. And you're like, oh my God, he's actually doing a Genesis. But then it went to, I think, SOS.
Right, he only did the intro, right?
Only did the intro and went to Message in a Bottle, and then Sting came along.
But Sting, once in a while now, actually covers that intro as he goes into one of his songs. Yeah, I've seen.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah.
So Gabriel with the costumes. Now he started that without telling the band.
Right. Yeah.
In Dublin, in a boxing arena. And like everybody in this place, Dublin in the 70s wasn't exactly DEI, and everybody in the 70s seeing him in his wife's dress and a fox head, and like they're saying, WTF?
They were actually pissed about it at first.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just.
But it got press coverage like they'd never had before, and that was one of the things that propelled them up to the next level. So they were like, "Oh, maybe you could do this again, Peter."
My brother saw Peter Gabriel in San Diego in like '92, I want to say. And he said it was the coolest beginning and end to a show he's ever seen. Is somebody walks out onto the stage with a briefcase, puts it down on the ground, opens it, and the entire band came out of the fucking briefcase.
Really?
And then at
cool.
the end, and then at the end, they went back into the briefcase. The guy came out and picked up the briefcase and went off stage.
That's fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Is who's your favorites? Like, as far as the solo work, is Gabriel your favorite?
Yeah, I would say for me, Gabriel's.
Yeah, because I know you're a Gabriel era guy. How about you, Joe?
Same here.
Yeah?
Really,
you
I
too,
love Gabriel. Yeah.
Really?
I really like Mike and the Mechanics, though.
Mike and the Mechanics is good.
That's actually one of my favorites.
It's a whole different vibe.
Rutherford's, Small Creeps Day is still a
great
fantastic album.
Yep.
And Simon Phillips played drums on that.
That's why I got into Genesis, because I was a Peter Gabriel fan.
Oh, is that right?
And I knew about Genesis, but only Phil Collins, Genesis, and Invisible Touch, and somehow I heard Peter Gabriel was in Genesis, and I had to look it up, and that's how I got into old prog, from Genesis to Yes and Jethro Tull and all that.
Right.
So.
Well, yeah. I mean, Gabriel had success in the '80s, but like Sledgehammer and all that. Like before that, he had a lot of great music, but he wasn't really part of the mainstream. So once he hit, then people are like, oh, he was in this other thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and and it's almost like two different bands, right? Yeah. Like he says Invisible Touch, you twitch? Because I know a lot of the Gabriel fans hate that album, hate that era.
It's, we play it because, there's a certain percentage of the crowd that likes it, and we try to accommodate, as many Genesis fans as possible, but it is not one of my favorites songs.
We plan on doing Tonight one day.
And who's filling in on drums that night?
We'll figure it out.
There's a great comic book character named Ambush Bug from the 80s in DC Comics, and he hates Studio. Like it's his, he like literally hate, like it sends him into like a fucking rage. Yes, when he hears it. So.
Is that his superpower?
I relate.
His superpower.
Like he's
there you go.
He's getting awake and someone like starts singing and it's like mother. Yeah. Then that's how he gets his powers.
Well, you guys, comedian Jim Florentine by any chance?
Yeah. I've heard the name. Yeah.
He used to host that metal show on VH1.
Crank Anchors.
Yep. Crank Anchors. Why would I do that?
Yeah. He was in. He's a friend and he comes in once in a while. Same thing. Fucking hates Sussudio with a passion. And
I think I heard him talk about that in like Opie and Anthony back in the day and all that. He
I'm
not getting that. But thank you.
If it's a Jehovah's Witness, tell them that you want to hear everything about the No, really, tell me more.
I'll bring the guitar in, just in case nobody trips over it. Nobody trips over this thing.
So you played 2 songs in the band, but nobody's there? Oh.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. No, I don't know if there's anybody here. I don't know. Yeah, leave it.
I could just watch you opening and closing the door all day.
It's so much fun.
But do you play normal? I know there were some instruments you had to learn specifically to join the band, but you were already right.
I actually took that up. I'm like, I don't think we were thinking about the flute. I'm like, no, I gotta get the flute if we're gonna do Gabriel era and stuff like that. So,
but you were already a guitar player.
Yeah. Because I've been playing. I started like 9th grade picking up the guitar. All my life I've been picking up instruments, but then.
Right. But you're only in 10th grade now.
Yeah. Plan on 11th, but but yeah, because I've been in cover bands and all of that. I do acoustic acts all the time, every so often. So, but now I'm in a tribute band, and it's the tribute band for a band that I've loved since college, and
nice.
Can't get enough of it.
So we get you to play today. You could you don't just play those 2 songs. You can play other Genesis songs.
I could.
Do you have originals? Do you write?
I used to, but I don't remember any of them because I'm. I was one of those. I'm like, I would write it and I play. I'm just like, this is not good.
I was going to give you the opportunity to show off your talent.
Yeah,
you can play right now. One of the originals, and then Joe, you play in Let It Bleed,
yes,
a Stone tribute band, which means you're at Beery's every Wednesday.
Actually, my Wednesday schedule prohibits me from being there, so they play a keyboardless show there. I tend to just play the weekend shows. In fact, we're going to be in Glen Cove on Saturday.
Oh, nice. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
So that should be a fun show.
Where?
Right in the middle of Town Square.
Oh, okay.
Public concert series.
I've seen the Lords of 52nd Street there. Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice setup they have there.
And it's a fun band. It's a whole different head than the Genesis stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I grew up with my father playing classical radio and piano lessons and the whole thing, and then the rock and roll thing came. I said, this is cool, but I don't really understand what they're doing. And then you hear bands like Genesis go like, oh, that makes sense to me. So learning to play the blues stuff for Let It Be required me to kind of circle back and unlearn, some of my classical music.
So what you're saying is the Rolling Stones are not good musicians, is what you're saying.
They are wonderful musical stylists.
Good answer. Good answer. Well, all right, but I'm actually relieved because playing at Beery's on Wednesday, Steve Beery is like a lunatic. So I think not being able to make it is probably saving your life. That's my guess. He's crazy, that guy. Let's see what else. Did you? So I don't subscribe to Newsday. So did you get the quote?
I got a line.
You did get a line.
I got
Newsday.
a one line. Yeah.
Very nice. It was an article about tribute bands.
It was the best line. It was an article about tribute bands, really just talking about the growth and the popularity of tribute bands more in Long Island. It's Long Island specific.
Yeah. Long Island is like the hotbed, right? Like nobody else in the country is going this crazy with tribute bands, right?
It's funny, Brendan. I talked to a promoter up in Boston where we're going to be playing next year.
Cool.
And he said it's a big deal up there.
Oh, okay.
Too. So they're, I think what it is, if you look at the demographics, you have the older folks that, want to, the bands are no longer playing that they love.
Yeah.
So then now they're seeking out these tributes to those bands.
They certainly have the traveling.
Next year in November.
Is it November? You're right. It's 20. Look, senior moment.
Right. We're playing there in November.
I'm calling my senior card. Where's my senior card? So yeah, we're in there in November 8th.
That's great.
Boston Harbor Brewing.
Distillery or something like that.
That's great. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Road trips. Excellent.
Yeah.
When Keegan was up there for the Boston Comedy Festival, when I was up there for the Anime Festival right around Easter, and that was one of the venues.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
The tribute band thing is popping across the country, and there are bands who travel quite a distance.
Sure.
A buddy of mine fronts the Doobie Others.
Oh, nice.
And he's like, we're off to Utah.
Oh, wow.
To California.
Is that Jim Dell?
No, Jim's the drummer.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. Is that
right.
Yeah.
My buddy is Pat Monofosco, and he's kind of the frontman guitar player.
Okay, they're good, man. Those guys are tight.
Really
I just love that sounds like somebody's had a stroke and trying to say the Doobie Brothers, the Doobie Others, the Doobie Others.
Yeah, I think tribute bands all start with that wonderful Mark Wahlberg movie Rockstar. I think that's how it all started.
No.
That movie sucks so
I
bad.
never saw it.
The only good part, which
so bad.
you should watch, Jennifer Aniston makes out with a girl.
Yeah,
That's
not
the
bad.
only good part.
I have an
I
imagination.
find it
Hold on,
hilar-
there are other parts to that movie.
Yeah,
Right,
I
exactly.
find it hilarious that it's the
Oh, I've seen
80s
that.
and Mark
Yeah.
Wahlberg's in a tribute band for a hair metal band that's already around, and,
Right.
and it makes no sense. No
Oh,
sense
that
whatsoever.
movie sucks so bad.
But we've seen it.
Yeah.
Right.
There's got to be some little thing, like you said, the Jennifer Aniston.
Well,
part.
and I'm a big Sammy Hagar guy, so
Yeah.
he wrote that one song that's in that Stand Up. Is that what it's called?
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Stand up and shout. That's
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's a
I'm
Hagar.
more of a
thing.
Light of Day fan myself.
Light of Day.
Really, the Michael J. Fox movie?
Joan
That's
Jett.
right,
Wow.
Joan Jett.
At the end,
Michael J. Fox.
where he steals the piece of bread.
Yep.
In New York City at 4 a.m.
That is Les Miserables, or
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Whose song is that? Light of Day. Whose song is that?
well, I know Joan Jett.
But it's not, it's
it's
she
not a
sang in
Joan
that
Jett.
movie, but no,
yeah,
it's,
no, that's all I know.
that's a Springsteen song.
No
What
wonder
song?
it's not that.
That's it.
good.
I just ruined it for you. The song "Light of Day"
Oh, okay.
for the the title
that's
track
right.
to that movie.
You're
That's
right. Yeah,
Springsteen.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
one I've always loved though is Roadie. And so it's this story about this guy who was a Blue Oyster Cult roadie, and they're kind of showing him the door, and he keeps waiting for the call. But it's got these great location shots in Forest Hills,
Oh,
South
cool,
Florida,
cool.
Union Turnpike. It's like, it just feels like home.
It's
Right, yeah.
This is a movie.
This is a movie. Yeah,
I'm not
to check that
familiar.
out.
It's called Roadie.
Roadie.
I
We'd have to check it out.
think
Yeah,
I
was
remember
fun.
seeing a scene where it, what's his name from the Good Rats? The singer's in it.
Yeah, Pepe Marcello.
Pepe Marciello.
Oh,
is
so
in
you're
it.
going back a little bit then, right?
No, it was like a late, maybe early late 2000s movie.
Oh,
I just saw that one scene because I was in a whole Good Rats phase, and I find the scene of him just walking in a bar. I'm like,
yeah.
that's Pepe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I got to check that out. Never heard of it. All right, let's do that. What's your favorite rock movies, or we'll even count documentaries too, which makes this even harder to pick.
I think the one for me is right away is Dylan in England. Where he meets Donovan. We've talked about this before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Joan Baez is there with him.
Is it Don't Look Back? Is that?
I think that is it. Yeah,
There's a new one
This is
coming out.
are you
of
talking
like
about autobiographies or like
No, this is a documentary.
actually
that,
live? Like,
this was black and white in
Gotcha.
real time. Him post Newport Blues Festival, going over to England, and like because they even have like short interviews with like some of the people in England, going like, I don't like that he's gone electric. I think it's, like it's like that long ago, and it's I love that movie. Anyway, sorry. Anybody else?
If you're thinking of documentaries, if it's like a live show, I do like watching Bruce at the Hammersmith Odeon, Bruce Springsteen, like in '75, before he got like big. There's like a whole live performance at the Hammersmith. And funny enough, after the show, they're like, oh, that was awful. We're never going to put this out ever. And then like in 06, 07, like somebody found the original and then they just put the whole thing out.
Wait,
there.
it isn't shit.
It's not shit. Look at that. And for documentaries,
It's shit, but it'll sell. So put it out.
For documentaries,
Guys are
probably
buying everything this guy does.
I do like the Eagles one that was on Showtime. The history of the Eagles.
That
It was like
was
part
good.
1 and 2. Just and how they. I always think of that Glenn Fry bit of like how he came up with the title of Life in the Fast Lane. He was with his coke dealer, and they were going down the highway, and the coke dealer was driving like 95, and Glenn's like grabbing the dashboard, like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, man, life in the fast lane.
Yeah.
And he's like, look at that.
Yeah.
So
Al is here, by the way.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
Could you send your doorman to
Well, now it's gonna
the
be
one
Tony.
and only Al.
No, he's sitting
You want-
down
if
while
you
the
want, I
one-legged guy gets up.
I could absolutely.
Andy's like, no, don't
I'll
get
just
up.
put it on the
No,
bill.
No, Tony, let me get
No, wait, don't go in there. Yeah, Gene Wilder's one of my faves. Yeah, Judy's got. Don't stare at it. Don't.
Wait,
stare at
what
it.
are we not staring at?
What?
Oh, look, it's Al.
Hey, what's up?
The only one wearing a real college shirt. How you doing?
Hey.
I just want to say that I opened the door. Al looks at me and he says, "They made you get up." I swear to you, that's what he said. And I said to him, "So yeah, that's exactly what I just said."
Well, when you said that, you should have said, well, Andy did.
Yeah, right.
You goddamn right, and I would have said you're goddamn right. But you can't let them just like fucking act like they're special.
Wow.
CLM, Criminal Lives Matter.
Those people.
Those people. What do you mean by those people?
I mean,
we
those
have a lot to
people.
offer. You know, we're very upset about it.
Yes.
If we could protest and have a march, well, we can't. We can't.
We're
walk.
here. We have one leg. We need to sit down for a second.
Have a hobble.
We'd march to the deli next door and be like, all right, we're done. Al, we were just talking about our favorite rock and roll movies. So documentary, movie, whatever. Go ahead. Whatever.
Yeah.
You have one?
You guys didn't
I heard
even
you guys
answer
talking
yet.
about Rockstar, which is a mess.
Greatest movie ever. Come on.
Rocks.
Greatest movie where Jennifer Aniston kisses a woman. Rockstar.
Oh, that was Rockstar.
Rockstar, of course.
Rockstar,
There you
yeah. Yeah, circle around to me on that.
Okay.
All right.
Frank.
Oh shit. Well, I love Six of the Best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Take that back. Some of all parts I meant.
Oh,
I was
really?
thinking Six of the Best.
I was disappointed with some
Yeah.
of the parts. I was disappointed with that one.
They could have gone into it more.
There was
but
the other one, Genesis: A History.
Well, I saw that
one
too.
I liked.
Yeah, that one I
liked
liked
that
too.
one. Yeah.
But I felt I was under pressure. Come on. I was like, now I do like Almost Famous.
I was just thinking. I was like, I wonder if anybody's going to say that
love
because
that
it is a
movie.
great movie.
It's more. I do love the story, but I just love the music.
Yeah.
So we're talking about non-fiction, but kind of because it was
still a rock and
It
roll.
was
movie.
loosely based on
Cameron
Cameron Crowe. Yeah,
I did
based
say
on
Light
his
of
life.
Day.
Yeah,
That did
yeah.
start this.
Yeah, right.
don't
Yeah,
know
it is
if this-
loosely based on his life, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
loosely. Because
Yeah,
I
no,
guess
yeah,
he
yeah,
toured
yeah.
with. He was with Led Zeppelin or like some
Something like
bands
that, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
He
if
was
this
like a
counts as
journalist
a
for
rock
them.
and roll movie, but Russell Brand in Forgetting Sarah Marshall,
Yeah.
singing inside of you.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
But
That's funny.
I'm partial to Pink Floyd's Live from Pompeii.
Oh, okay.
Classic.
But that's
It's like a concert movie, but there's no concert. It was just them performing
Well, right,
to
yeah.
nobody.
Yeah.
which I
Right.
thought
Oh,
was
yeah,
really
yes,
cool.
yes,
And they
yes.
have some behind the scenes recordings for Dark Side
yeah.
on it.
Right. Yeah, that's
I thought
true.
that was pretty
Okay.
neat.
Which is where our partners Pompeii Floyd get their name, and that's their focus is that pre-Dark Side of the Moon stuff.
Yeah.
I'd
Oh,
also-
is that what they do?
That's one of their specialties. They'll play great stuff from Hits from the Wall and Dark
Oh,
Side.
they will.
Just because
Okay.
you want to hear the whole thing,
Yeah.
but then they'll play Careful with That Axe, Eugene, or Echoes. To hear Echoes performed by a band live is mind-blowing. So.
Yeah, I hear
I'm
you.
hoping that happens.
Yeah, and they're fantastic. We saw them at the warehouse. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
throw Spinal Tap into the mix too.
Oh,
This is
of
Spinal
course.
Tap.
Yeah. What about you, Joe? What's you have?
Oh gosh, it's hard to pick. I mean, I would have said the one that kicked me in the crotch the first time was The Wall, since we're on Pink Floyd.
Right.
I remember I saw it in the Ziegfeld Theater when it first came out, and they had a big sound system, and when that first chord hits, it was just kind of
Look out!
as the TV comes down,
That would be
hits that chair. sense the
that would be
camera.
rock and roll right there.
I'm
man. It would all be
disappointed we
crashing
do
down.
not live in the alternate universe where that fucking fell on you.
I'd look over and go, well, I guess
I don't
we
want you to
have
be
a
hurt. I
keyboardist.
just wanted to see it.
Not the Rocks, but still got the roll.
And now, well, and speaking of Floyd, and I was actually waiting until Al gets here because I know he's a big Floyd guy. Are you hearing that there's rumors now that they are reuniting?
No, I haven't heard the rumors. But I did listen to the Gilmore album that you instructed me to do.
Yes,
last
I
time,
did.
And his daughter was singing on
Yes.
it. Yeah. That's
Oh,
pretty good.
it's good. I
Yeah.
think it's really good. They're Pink Floyd's official X account, not Twitter, X.
Right.
They posted a picture of Roger Waters FaceTiming with David Gilmour.
Yeah, no
and
kidding.
then it even says there's a reunion in the works. And that was from their official page.
Yeah, I wonder who's going to be on keys.
Did they post
Joe.
a transcript of that conversation? How many words were not the C word?
I fucking hate you. I hate you more. Yeah, that would be awesome if they did.
I am Pink Floyd.
No, I am.
Maybe and we are Pink Floyd. Like they got to that. Maybe they got there.
Maybe they got there.
Yeah. We'd have to assume.
Well, speaking of bands that have reunited, Oasis has announced their Does anybody care? Does anybody like Oasis?
I like them.
You do?
I was on the Blur side of
I'm
all
a Blur
that.
guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? To all the people. But yeah, I mean, that was funny. I was actually looking up, largest crowds, and there's one that they played in Nebworth in '96, and it was like
that was
2
massive.
nights, 120,000 each, like of an audience.
Wow.
Which is wild. But who knows? You got to get the insurance of the tickets because you never know. They're going to fight and break up like before the end of this tour,
Yeah, right.
probably.
Yeah.
Because you have no idea.
So what's the album going to be? Like, Eyebrows Unite or something?
The Eyebrows tour.
Yeah, but at the age, they'll you know how your eyebrows start like thinning out.
Yeah.
That'll be sad. They'll also look really
Like,
weird.
they don't look the same.
They'll look like puppets, I think, if they don't have those eyebrows.
Where's that unibrow?
Right.
Yeah, they'd be like fucking Sid the Sea Monster.
Wouldn't that be funny if they didn't have the unibrow? Fans are like,
Yeah.
it's not the same.
Where's Liam's unibrow? Oh man.
To really take the
I'm
out of the Oasis.
I'm leaving the MetLife Stadium. I came to the MetLife Stadium for this.
They're just
no
Aces
unibrow?
now.
They're just Aces.
Yeah, right. Aces.
Reading the comments, Chris Thomas says Rock and Roll High School with the Ramones.
Rock
Yeah,
and Roll.
that's a good one.
Okay.
That's a
There
good
you
one.
go. All
That's
right.
a good one. That's a good
I
one.
like The Kids All Right by The Who.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a good one.
That was a good one.
Last Waltz is.
Last Waltz
Oh,
is
that's
good.
like yeah.
That's my fave. I always in the album itself because there's more songs on the album.
Yes.
I always liked
Yeah.
was that Katie and Driftwood was one of my favorites.
And
on
of
that.
course the Get Back Beatles documentary a few years ago.
Yeah, I
the
watched that
8-hour
3 or
thing.
4 times. That was
What about
blows
Peter
me away.
Frampton and Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts?
Oh, stop it now! Stop it! I know it was your birthday, but I'll smack you. Bring that shit.
Yeah.
Why am I killing myself?
Can we play that on the TV?
Peter Frampton's a treasure.
Oh, thank God, Jesus! I just felt like when I was a kid, everybody was like so in. Frampton Comes Alive. What a great fucking album!
It is great. No, I think. I mean,
that was a part of our youth.
Yeah, I get
absolutely.
you.
That got me through high school. I think.
But then with the Bee Gees like that, with the Sgt. Pepper's.
Oh no, that sucked.
No, that was awful.
sucked.
That was
bad.
horrific.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
It poisoned the well. I was not able
And
to.
you know what's like? You brought up the Frampton Comes Alive album, and then the Cheap Trick live at Budokan. How huge that was! And I like Cheap Trick, but I never thought of them as being a very good band.
No.
But they had that killer live album
Right.
that everybody had.
Yes,
Right.
Everybody.
Those
And then
songs
Those
of
are
the summer.
screaming
Yeah.
Right.
teenage Japanese girls.
Yeah.
But it turns out that
doesn't
most
love
of the
that?
album was actually in the studio. wasn't it?
Hiroshima,
I think I
right?
read that somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I read that somewhere that most of it was all
Color Me
re-recorded.
Deceived.
Yes. Yeah, but a lot of live albums are like that. Yeah,
One of my buddy
re-recorded.
Rocco, who was my drummer before, he would always make fun of the singer in that live because he was always breaking his vocals like in between, like this is off of our new album. It's called Surrender. He would always do
Was
that.
that Peter Brady?
Oh yeah.
Don't take
Peter
the
Brady.
tiki. Don't take the tiki.
I want you.
Well, it's time for a change.
All right, I need to circle back a little bit now that Al is here. Al, I'm putting you on the spot.
All right.
Right now, right here in front of us all.
Oh no.
Tell us something.
Jesus Jones.
Tell us something. Tell us how much of a dick Joe DeJesu really is.
He's listening, by the way.
Probably. Probably
Actually,
not.
I never had a dickish encounter with Joe. He's actually
Come on,
a real
sure you did.
sweet guy.
No, he is. He's a sweetheart. He's almost too nice, isn't he? Don't you just want to smack him?
Bit. Yeah, we went to an institution together. I heard you say, yeah, it's called law school. I was listening before. Yeah. So I've known him for a while. We had a couple classes together. We graduated at the same time, and actually have a couple cases with his sister. So it's kind of kind of incestuous that way, and it's even more incestuous that my nephew's in the Cans band with him and with Mike.
Did you
and
go see them
those guys.
last night?
No, I couldn't last night, but I have seen them, a bunch of times, and they're tremendous. Those guys. It's really cool to see that fly.
Yeah, he's driving.
I was trying to take a target opportunity, but
Andy's my witness. I got him before he was up on the wall over here, and I got him, and he's still flying.
It's the fucking Terminator fly.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they are. They're a great band. Nat Del Judas, man, what a singer
and hell of a talent. But those guys doing 3 and 4 part harmonies in that band, and it's just like a wall of vocals. It's beautiful.
But Del Judas is actually the drummer in that band.
Yeah.
Is he now? I mean, you play with a tremendous drummer, so you watch Del Judas, and you're like, ah.
No,
who are you? I have no idea who he's talking about.
You, my friend. He's tremendous.
Is he? Is he? I mean, I'm just joking around.
It's like a talent that no one knew he had. This guy can basically play and do anything.
Well,
and
yeah.
he's got the voice of an angel, whatever style he wants to sing it in. I mean, he's a
But there is a video of that band that I've seen where they do Abacab.
Yes,
and I'm
I
sorry,
saw them do that live. Yeah,
that is not. That's no seconds out. I'll tell you.
Yeah, well, he
have
sings
to
it from
agree.
the drums, and it's
Is that a compliment?
I think that was the first.
Yeah, I couldn't tell where that was going.
Take it how you want it.
Yeah.
Yes, totally meant as a compliment.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I just want to make sure.
Andrew Fremder. I don't know why I'm
Fremder's
even
back.
reading this. I heard Peter has a house in the Framptons.
That's great. I like
No,
that.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
I give
Stop
it a
it.
6.
Andrew, you need to come in, but
He's relentless, that guy.
When I read his jokes, there are
Friend.
times I just have to go like,
We all do.
from that one.
We all do. Yeah. Not
And-
because you're laughing so hard.
no,
No.
no.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Definitely
I,
not.
well, on the inside, I'm laughing. I don't want him to. Or it's gas. I don't know.
So we're hanging out with Seconds out there playing 89 North next Friday, September 7th.
Saturday.
Saturdays.
But it is the 7th. But
It is the
7th is Saturday? Sorry.
You were so close.
I was almost there.
Look at that.
I'm fired. And what's the band of the? What's the name of the Floyd band?
Us and Floyd.
Us and Floyd.
Us and Floyd. Yeah, we're opening for
Right.
them. We're trying to get off the stage in 5 minutes with all our equipment.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
It's rough. Yeah,
I'm not
So-
bringing the drum machine for this one, so that'll be helpful.
Yeah, that is helpful because we're doing the classic Genesis, so it's all like Phil Collins taking over the helm for the most part. I think we're doing it 11th
we're
Earl.
playing-
with
Shit, Frank, I thought that was your nickname.
Which one, pre?
The drum machine.
Well, that's what the ladies called me, but we could.
Did you watch a lot of gay porn back in the 80s?
Who didn't?
The machine.
You have the easiest
That's
job
my
of the
name.
night since they have a house kit. You just get up and walk off. You got to carry your sticks, and that's pretty much it.
Well, no, I have the rototoms, I've got the wood blocks, I got the chimes.
Oh, so you do have to bring some stuff. Okay.
But thankfully, Anthony from Stereomatic, who's another drummer.
I'm getting to that.
Great,
Yep.
great guy.
It's on my list.
Okay, then I will wait.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you for that, Tony. I feel like I'm back in school.
Yeah.
Mr. Kafar, next time raise your hand.
I'm going home. No, go ahead. Keep going.
Watch him wobble out of here.
Anthony from Stereomatic, great guy. He's going to help me just take everything off
okay.
stage, and we'll break it down on the side.
Nice.
So then, who's got the least amount to do to get off the stage? You have what?
Probably.
Just a guitar and some pedals.
I got 2 guitars. I got my bass pedals. I got my pedal board.
Okay.
So I got quite a bit actually to unhook, and I my pedal board's hooked to like a synth, a Moog synth item that has to be disconnected and brought off. So it's gonna be
What now?
a
All right.
feat.
So 5 minutes, but like, what happens if it's 6? What are they going to do?
Well,
you're fine.
No,
That's when the pitchforks come out.
They need
right.
a certain amount of time to set up as we do, and we want to give them the respect.
No, I get that. I
because
get
if
that.
the roles
Well, they're
were
going to
reversed,
see that you're working hard to get off.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so if it
we're-
takes 6 or 7, I think you'll be all right.
I don't have to work that hard to get off myself.
But the sooner we get off the stage,
Again,
the
I've
sooner
seen
they
the
can
videos.
start, and the sooner the crowd can listen to the classic Floyd that they're going to bring to the table. I mean,
And what's
they're
great,
amazing.
what's great about these guys, I've been interacting with Ken, who's in Us and Floyd. He does a lot of the bookings, and we've been going back and forth and saying, hey, if we can do this and do this, get off stage by then, is that cool for you guys? They're like, yeah, great, really appreciate you reaching out, letting us know. So I mean, my interaction so far has been like very positive.
Cool.
With them, they're good guys. I mean, they get it. We're we're all in the same boat. We're all-
Absolutely right. Yep. That's cool. That really is a great show, man. I hope I can get there.
Well, why would you not be able to? On the spot that you are now, right now.
He lives in Hicksville, first of all.
Yeah, I live far away. No, I'm going to try and get out there. This thing called a life sometimes gets in the way.
Oh, that old gag.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, life. Yeah. Hey, Al, did you hear that? Tony can't make it because he has a life.
I would commit, but something better might come up. So why would I?
Now I feel
do
awkward.
that?
I didn't invite you.
So, all right. So Frank gave me the segue. We talked about Stereomatic. You guys had your debut, right?
Yeah, we've been around for a while. I've been playing with that band for about a year.
Yeah, but there was some kind of debut. Help me out here.
We probably play. I was in a couple new venues we've been playing.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh,
We're
okay.
playing tonight at Platt Deutsch, which is
nice.
great.
That is a great
venue.
place.
Yeah, they crushed it there last time. They completely
so
destroyed
that's
it.
Nice.
exciting.
Oh, okay.
My cover bands are trying to get in there forever.
What's your cover band?
It's I don't remember. No, Carbon Copy.
Carbon Copy.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. But
Now
it's a great venue. that
Now
place.
these guys do like you do kind of mostly like 80s.
Yeah, we do
stuff.
80s
Yeah.
new wave, LIR.
Right.
genre
That's what I was
type
looking for.
stuff.
LIR type stuff. So what do you guys have a certain?
No, we just run the game. We normally check what kind of crowd we're going to have, and then we'll just kind of mesh with that. We normally do 90s stuff, grunge rock, regular rock, and then sometimes we'll go into the early 2000s and do some pop punk stuff, you know. And then we have a classic rock, segment too.
Okay.
And then we're throwing some 80s stuff, like the alt pop 80s, like Cutting Crew or the stuff like that. Just to see how it goes.
See, now does that piss you off? You're like, no, that's what we do, fucker. And like, so now you got to fight.
There's plenty of music and plenty of room on this
Good
island.
answer.
Yes.
Like
I said, probably 3 or 4 80s stuff. We'll do we just learn Sunglasses at Night just to see how it goes, and we just.
Do you spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round?
That we will never tackle. That's all stereo. That's all stereomatic right there.
Absolutely, it is. You guys did, and I heard you were popping on the bass. I heard it.
Oh, you heard it? Yeah, that's me.
Al's awesome. That's right.
Thank you.
Stereomatic's a band you should see, definitely.
Thank you.
As is Seconds Out. They're playing next Saturday.
Who's in that band?
89 North. And where is Richard today? Where is he?
I think he has doctor's appointments. Stuff
Oh,
like that.
stop it! What's more important?
He's got a life.
So rock and roll.
He thought
He
about
lives
it,
in
and
Hicksville.
something better to do.
He doesn't know if he can make it.
We're gonna get up there. Tony's like, why don't I invite that fucking guy? Jesus. God, what an asshole.
No, you guys are part of the family. I'm glad you're here. And between I promised you that I would make it to a gig by the end of the year, and I'm sticking to that.
Well, I'm gonna Marissa Tomei you.
You
Clock is ticking. Come
Hey,
on.
Marissa Tomei, I saw all this fucking.
Yeah, I'm fine with being Marissa Tomei.
Do it.
Well, all right, great.
Preferably the wrestler.
That didn't go.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yes, now you're talking.
Gwenny Daddies, we're talking about a different type of thing.
Well, I've actually heard that she's a nasty, nasty person.
We've talked about that.
She from Long Island?
I don't know where she's from.
I think she's from Jersey. I'm just going to say Jersey because...
Sure, all right.
Yeah,
just as
we
bad.
need to protect our egos here.
That's a cute, fun wrestling movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little art.
I will say Mickey Rourke was amazing in that movie.
No, it's a great movie.
Oh, yeah,
it
really is a great movie.
You saw a side of an industry that is just so depressing.
Yeah, really.
And anytime I use a power stapler at home,
Nice.
Another movie with a Springsteen song.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The end credits.
Yep.
Does it go like that?
You're spot on right there.
I'm glad you.
I'm super into him.
I thought you needed an antacid for a second. I'm like, what the hell is
Well, I might have.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Acid.
Random piece of paper.
Wendy! Acid, he's fine.
We're going to make it, Wendy!
Pick up that guitar, Mike. Let's get something. Let's get.
All right.
Let's get a.
Do
let's
it.
get a tune.
I was thinking, I could do More Fool Me. I know you're not.
Can you do More Fool Me?
Yeah, I could try that.
Well, you brought the guitar. You may as well do something.
Well, we were contemplating, I may bring this. Maybe
It's Chekhov's
that. All right,
gun. You have to use it.
And then I walk in, I'm like, oh, there's nothing here.
What was that? You kind of turned like Frank's Permission. Like, can I play More Fool Me? Like, what
Oh,
was that?
If only I had authority.
Yeah.
It's like, is it all things Genesis has to go through Frankfurt?
No, not.
I think it was one that you weren't fond of.
Well, it's my least favorite song off that album.
You're really not a Phil guy at all. Are you?
No, I love Phil. I
but-
love his drumming.
Oh, yeah.
I love his first 2 solo albums.
Yes.
I think they're fantastic.
Yes.
And then it just got to be, and I love some of the other records he produced.
Oh, sure.
You know, was it Thomas Dolby that he produced?
He produced Dolby. He produced Robert Plant.
Robert Plant, which
Clapton.
I love that album. Clapton,
August.
which I love
What
that
a
album.
great album. Yep.
But then it just got to be too much.
Yeah, he
You know,
definitely became a Vegas act.
But I read his autobiography. It was really insightful.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, very good stuff. You know, I would have gone to see Genesis, their last tour, had he not been so...
I saw it. I thought it was better than I expected based on his condition. Yeah. I was actually thrilled that I went because we're not going to see that again.
But I read a rumor that he's...
but it turned out to be not true.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, no.
I'm like, really? He's actually...
Yeah, rumors were flying
Music's
because
supposed to be coming.
What's that?
Music is supposed to be coming.
Yeah, that's what they said because he redid his studio or something. So they thought, but it turned out to be not true. He redid the studio, but they said it's.
He might have done that for his son.
Turned it into a pool room.
Like there's no. What's that?
Turned it into a pool room.
Right. A hospital room.
Hospital room.
I had passed on the last Genesis tour. I was just kind of like,
Me too.
I just want to remember it the way it was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's something to be said about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if it's going to pick it up on the mic. But...
It'll pick up on Mike. I got you.
We've had people.
So you're going to do More Fool Me?
Yeah, I'll do that one.
Now, does anybody sing backup? Right? So I'm turning off all mics except for Mike's.
All right.
All right, cool.
So they won't hear the echoes.
Here am I, while away the morning since you've gone. Too long have I lay alone, not knowing which way to turn. And there you are, quite sure you were right. Oh, knowing full well I'd be the first one to go down, and you be the one who was laughing, except when things were going your way. And the lady would say that she had enough wandering around on her own. The day you left, I think you knew to not be back. Oh, well, at least it would seem that way, because you never said goodbye. Oh, but when it comes around to you and me, I'm sure it will work out alright. Oh, and you'll be the one who was laughing and giving me something I don't need. And you know I'd always hold you and keep you warm. Oh, more fool me. Ah, but when it comes around to you and me, I ask myself, do I really believe in your love? Yes, I'm sure it will work out alright.
Well done. Very nice.
What?
Another one on the set list? I was just going to say, if you guys need to take a break. Yeah, that's a perfect song.
I'm proud to be part of the backing band.
Yeah, with the just.
Learn the harmonies on that.
I mean, I do know the words, and I said it's my least favorite, but it's still.
I saw you. You were mouthing along.
He said least favorite on the album, so it's still a good song.
So come on, guys.
That was great. Nice job,
Thank
Mike.
you.
That was very good. You know, we were talking before he started, before he did the song about, seeing them for the last time, wanting to appreciate them. Is it kind of weird? Like, I find it weird as we're getting older that these bands that we grew up loving are, kind of phasing out. They're getting older. I mean, McCartney's and the Stones are all in their 80s. Does that, you guys think about that, or is it just me?
Well, I think about it, but I think it's also a reflection on our own mortality. That these guys are getting older. Oh shit, so am I.
Right.
Well, and that's, I think people deny it, and it's when it's undeniable when somebody dies, like Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
When that happened, I didn't realize how much that was going to affect me. I mean, that is a post-Genesis era kind of artist.
That was one where I'm just like, Really?
That was crazy.
I did. I looked at my
happen.
friend who told me. I'm just like, no way that happened.
But then he had a lot of issues.
He had a lot of issues,
but
but
like-
just the fact that he died.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was like, oh my God, it's been that long.
Yeah.
And I think we deny it. Like I listen to Lithium on Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Like I do listen to when they play too much Stone Temple Pilots.
Turn to 33.
33 to First Wave, because that's like my early childhood.
Right.
And then sometimes it's like, oh wow, you're playing some weird shit that like I really like. So I'll go down to classic vinyl. Then the classic cassette
26.
is sort of the next one down
Classic
from there.
80s, yeah.
Is the 25, and that has a lot of Genesis. I'll end up hearing a lot of Genesis on there. Oh my God,
that's
touched them. But I think what happens is we put ourselves in these bubbles. You know, your parents listen to the oldies station, and you're like, oh, you listen to the oldies. But that was like their music, and now we're listening to the old.
We are the oldies.
And I think it's when somebody dies is when you're just like,
and then
like,
nostalgia creeps
oh
in. And you
shit!
revisit.
I think a lot of people felt that way with Eddie Van Halen.
Absolutely.
Like, when that happened, it was like,
and
get
Prince.
out of here.
Prince.
They created a Prince channel.
Bowie.
On,
there's like certain,
Serial.
certain main people where you're just like, oh,
They're
that,
cultural
like, punch in the
touchstones.
gut.
Yeah.
They it just makes you check in and go, oh shit.
Yeah,
but it's
I need to get a colonoscopy.
well, right. Well, that's the thing and that's what I'm saying. Like without even
Pleasure. Well,
without even people
That's
dying.
where Rich is right now. So
without even people dying, you see a band like Genesis. Again, and you see Phil Collins sitting on a chair like this, and barely getting the vocals out, like shit.
I had a very difficult time reconciling that. For me, it was because he was such an important part of my drumming. You know, we talked about the last time I was here. I put up watch videos of him playing drums, and I'd set up a mirror so I could watch him play right-handed because he's a lefty. So I'd watch him right-handed and see what he would do, and then see him chugging around. And
that's why I installed the mirror over my bed. I know exactly what you're talking about.
No,
well, wait.
I can relate.
No, it definitely makes sense because he needed a lot of lessons on how to do things in bed.
My wife's left-handed, so I get it.
It was
a good hand.
It was definitely weird, even going to the show before the show even started and seeing just one drum set on the stage.
Yeah.
Like when was the last time you saw that in Genesis? When Gabriel was there. You know,
that's
the
right.
last
When
time.
Gabriel, and even then he had the little kick drum on the side.
Well, true.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it was definitely odd. But again, I'm glad I went. But yeah. And speaking of Prince, this.
But it's like, I'm glad I went, but Jesus, right? Like that sounded like that's what he was about to say.
Speaking of Prince, there's a Prince tribute playing Eisenhower Park tomorrow. No, Sunday. It's called The Purple Experience.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard of them, yes.
I saw this guy. I took my wife to see this guy last year. Wow.
Really?
This, yeah.
In heels?
What's that?
In heels? Does he wear heels?
The whole thing. The whole thing. I honestly, like, I don't think you get any closer without seeing the real thing.
That's great.
The whole outfits, the heels, played guitar
really great.
like Prince. Even in between songs, like if you close your eyes and listen to this guy talk, it sounded like Prince talk. It turned out this guy actually did work with Prince. That's all I know. I don't know the rest of his history, but yeah, I mean, totally nailed it.
It's one thing to play the music.
The first, whatever the first is.
It's another to adopt the persona.
Right.
You know, so in our project, we're just into the music. We
right.
want to
well, that's the thing.
Enjoy the music.
It's hard to adopt the persona without looking silly. You know, like it's a hard thing to do.
It depends on who you are.
Like how many
the more definite look.
How many Elvis impersonators you have to say, and just like another one, and it's just just so weird. Like just
Right.
it always looks off.
I'm thinking Beatle bands.
yeah.
That's what comes to mind. I mean,
Kiss
these guys
is what
who-
I think of.
Yeah, but at least Kiss, you put the makeup on, you can't see what they really look like.
Thank God.
These Beatle bands with the bad wigs and their bad Liverpool accents, you just want to shut up and just play the song.
Scousers with a bunch of scousers.
Exactly, the bad Liverpool imitations.
scouse.
Right.
Glad
See how
to-
bad that was? That's exactly what my point.
Glad to be here in Island Park, everybody. And you're like, what?
Yeah, right.
This does not sound right.
Hapagooey. Welcome to
Hapauge, because I have the sexy English lady on my phone as the voice of Siri.
We'll be going to
slight
Mulcahy's.
right hand onto Northern State Parkway towards Hapauge. That's how she says it.
That's so
the
funny.
mic.
I want to hear her say Yaphank now.
Yaphank. Yaphank.
Yaphank.
I had a buddy of mine lives in Westchester County. That when we were in college, he'd come and visit me, in my house, and I lived out in Patchogue, and. Oh yeah,
Pachogi?
Were you in Pachogi? Oh yeah, I made a mistake. I ended up in Yaphank. Motherfucker. Okay, hold on. Sit down.
Right.
It's a cool place, though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The German Bund was there out pre-World War II. Yeah.
Speaking
Still
of Patchogue,
enclaves.
next Saturday, go see at 89 North. Go see Seconds Out, a tribute to Genesis with Floyd and me. Why is that it?
Us
Floyd. I don't know why I keep.
By
I
the
can't
end
get
of this
right.
show, we're going to get this right.
Well, there's only 15 minutes
Floyd
left.
and them.
That's a weird last name for that guy. Ken Us and Floyd. That's his name.
Ken Us and Floyd.
It's like Van Halen.
I think it's like Dutch.
Right. It sounds it.
Ann Rothney said she loved the song. She said that was awesome.
Thank you.
And of course, Fremder says, don't forget the Samuel Jackson cover band, Simon and Mother Funkel.
That's great. I like that. That's great.
So we're talking about tribute bands a lot, and when we were promoting the Newsday article, because we're whores and that's what we do.
Yeah.
We had a few comments about don't you think of tribute bands as failed musicians, and. So
that's interesting.
It's an interesting, and usually
Wrong,
it says
but
disgruntled original. There are a lot of original artists too, and I'm not going to say necessarily that it's a fair thing.
Yeah.
But they're not really getting the sort of attention that tribute bands are, and it's all economics. If you're running a venue, you have to book the people that are going to make you money.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you going to take a risk on someone with unknown music, or are you going to get someone that will draw?
Right.
Get all that. I get all it, but it's like. Well, you say that, but what do you mean by failed?
Yeah.
Right.
What's the definition? What's the matrix? What are we?
I
What are
don't
we
think
looking
it's
at
failed
here?
if this is just what you want to do.
Right.
No,
that's
that's musicians who
I
love
think
to
I'm
play.
succeeding.
And playing songs that people want to hear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
So what did you say?
Well, I kind of let it go. I ignored it actually because they're really for someone like that, when you get in a question like that, there isn't a right answer. They're looking just to engage.
Just punch them.
To complain.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because once you answer them, they're like, ooh, okay, now
Then
I
it opens
get
up a
really
door.
into this.
Right. So-
But like, we just
Yes,
don't-
I'm giving validity to your statement by responding to it.
Well, that's
yeah.
what it is, and what they're asking from what I mean, of course, I'm kind of postulating here, but they're saying, well, if you couldn't make it as an original artist, you must be a failure. So hence, you're playing in a tribute band.
Right.
You should flip it. Be like, that Springsteen, that failed fucking
Guess I better
cover
start-
band guy.
I better start writing now.
All these failed cover band
Yeah,
people.
that failed Manfred Mann's Earth band that just does covers of Springs. Yeah, sure.
I thought the Yoko Ono thing was going to go over so much better.
Yeah, that
Who would've thought?
That Joe Cocker.
Screaming. People don't like it.
What if you're? How this? What if you're a failure because you're only known for doing a cover? Like Dexy's Midnight Runners or something.
Kylie Minogue,
Kylie
that's
But is she a
you're only
failure?
known for doing a cover.
No,
of
How many covers does Joe
So
Cocker
into
have?
Kylie Minogue.
That were just bigger.
Every single song.
Every single song.
Yeah. Now you got me thinking.
Yeah, the letter.
Did he have a hit with any originals? What's that?
I don't know.
No, I was just
I think it was.
Linda Ronstadt would be
the one that sound originals. I think
karaoke
it was the key. What was the keyboardist that he would play with? That he performed with, and Mad Dog's an Englishman.
Christine.
I can't.
Leon Russell.
Leon Russell, because he wrote a couple of songs for Joe as well. Like I think because he did originals, and then we could give it to Joe during the Mad Dog and Englishman tour. The letter, Delta Lady. The Beatles one was a little help with my friends.
Right. George Harrison wrote something for Joe Cocker to sing. Yeah, he wrote that specifically for him. Yeah.
You're talking about Billy Joel before. Does that mean that every musician in Billy Joel's band is a failed musician because they didn't write the music?
Right.
Yeah. So
There's weird logical extensions you have to make for that
Unless
statement
you write
to be
it,
true.
you're not a musician.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it was strange. What was strange for me, I came up on Long Island where in the 70s, 80s, there were no tribute bands per se.
Right.
There were just bands and we all played mixtures of all the music, and then the tribute thing started. And I always felt there was a tension between those two things.
Yeah.
But between the notion of a cover band was a whole different universe than the notion of an original band. And the vast majority of musicians don't write the music.
I would even imagine that it's a different like you're actually looking for a different crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's people who are getting older want to lock themselves in their bubble. They don't want to hear They don't want to hear new music.
Hence the whole, people getting old and realizing seeing their, when we were talking about bands getting older, and not performing, they still want that,
Right.
There's so they search for, either covers or tributes as well, right?
It's
Just
funny.
to get back that whole, going back to your teens or your college days. And
Absolutely. I'm locked in that, man.
Yeah.
I can't I've just been recently realizing how locked in. Wait, why can't I find flannels anywhere?
Well, when you see that there's a Tool tribute band now, you're like, what? Yeah.
It was and it is mind blowing.
You're
Yes,
like,
that
get
is
outta
like
here.
Right.
Absolutely.
I same thing with there's a Zach Brown tribute band, and I'm like,
yes.
But then you
Again.
realize he has been around for a while. But I'm like,
and who's giving tribute to that piece?
Hence, this is all Mark Wahlberg's fault. I gotta say it.
It goes back to my Mark Wahlberg theory.
If you go home, Mike's
Literally,
has
that whole thing's like, we're doing this for the band, man. You're like, oh no.
All I'm trying to do is bring some joy to people's lives.
Mike is like,
why you gotta hate on me like that?
He's like Carrie from Homeland. You go home and there's a Mark Wahlberg in the middle of all these lines going through. Crying with his mascara running.
Or
I figured it out.
that scene from was
If
it
that
Always Sunny in
Vietnamese guy was
Philadelphia?
dead, none of this would have happened.
Who is this?
All he did was blind him.
Who is this Pepe Sylvia guy?
It's funny 'cause
Carol!
the tributes used to be the undercurrent, and now the originals are the undercurrent
Yeah.
on the island.
And who knows where it's going to be, 20 years from now.
Well, when the demographic shifts,
Right,
who knows?
right.
Because we're eventually apparently going to die.
Right.
So, who comes in and he's like,
Oh, I was talking about myself. You guys too.
No,
I'm
no,
a
we were
really
doing
big
the same thing
narcissist.
for Andy. We were doing the same thing.
Yeah, I'm like, please kill me right now.
Before the show
I
ends.
just want this to be over.
Well, certainly put the show on the map.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for
We
like
go viral.
for like 30 seconds.
wait, hold on, let me divvy out the quarters so we can call home.
Yeah, and then they're going to be touring my corpse is going to be touring opening bars and stuff like that, like the Hawk Tua chick.
He played more fool me, and then the guy keeled over.
Yeah, it's like, I've been waiting for this for
Quick,
how many?
Quick, encase him in
The death
polymer.
song.
And actually, talking about Mr. Beery's, he actually has an original, like a night of originals.
Oh,
Which I think a lot of. I don't think there's a lot of places that are really doing that
I think
anymore.
the
There's
industry
a
still
few.
does it.
Yeah, industry
does
does it. Yeah, they have their nights where they do that. They do pretty
I saw
well.
Torpedo there. They're a great original band.
Wow.
There's another band I've seen around called Walkabout. They're really good.
That's a tribute band to me.
Oh yeah,
Walkabout. Yeah, my last name
That was
is Walker.
Hopabout.
Oh,
Hopabout.
they cover just parts of your podcast. Just certain,
Isn't that Baby
segments.
Palette? Baby
Yes,
Palette is
Baby
your
Palette is the
tribute
name of
band.
mine, yes.
It's got a baby palette.
I do have a bad baby palate. I hate pizza. I don't eat anything with cheese. I'm a weird dude.
You like mushy pears?
What's that?
You like mushy pears?
I don't even like pears.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
like
too
it's
healthy.
like boiled
In the
potatoes
pantry,
and
like all
steak.
Gerber stuff. Or
So Irish.
Yes.
Yeah,
Here comes
so
the
he's Irish.
airplane. Yeah, that's how
somebody performs the baby bird.
Oh God! that was a bit on SNL. You remember that?
Opie and Anthony actually did it too.
Nick Swartzen
Like-
had a web series with Gay Robot where he
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah.
he did that baby, like he was taking shots and baby birding the shots. in
Yeah.
people's mouths.
Lovely.
So gross.
That was I remember that bit on O&A. Opie and Anthony. They had Pat from Moonaki just doing it over somebody, and Joe Rogan was and we call it the baby bird, and they record the whole thing. Just I guess he was doing eggnog, shots of eggnog.
Oh yeah, because
got to like 120, and then
which is already gross.
Yeah.
Fun times back in the.
Chris Thomas comments that she saw the Beach Boys last year. Pretty sure they're parading around the corpse of Brian Wilson. I think she's right though. I mean, that guy, he's done, and he does. He barely moves, and I don't
Lying
think he
in
even
bed,
plays.
wondering if Brian Wilson's dead.
Right.
What we saw.
Isn't that the song?
Yeah,
What's
No.
it? Sticks.
It's Brian Wilson
the
says,
Panuzzo,
but
not
I know
Chuck
what you're
Panuzzo,
going with.
The other Panuzzo.
What was that? Bare Naked Ladies.
The
That was
bassist.
it.
Oh yeah,
When they bring him out, he doesn't even play the whole show.
Right.
When they bring him out, he's sort of they're kind of wheeling him out like.
Yeah, John Stamos is struggling. Like they're getting old, is what I'm saying.
You just stop it. You stop with that talk.
Gone into the drummer.
Blackie is
guild.
struggling? No.
But it's true that a lot of bands write that too, where there's no original players or maybe one. You're like, who the fuck?
Do you know who that sparked a huge debate? The Who.
Yeah.
When the bassist died, a friend of mine was like, "What? They can't call themselves the Who anymore because it's only 50% of the original band." And it was like, yeah, the important 50%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Songwriter in this,
They can absolutely.
Ed Whistle's amazing.
No, don't get me wrong. Not to take away, but like, let's go grab somebody off the street. Well, maybe not here in Levittown. Anywhere else on Long Island.
So Al, what you're hearing, Andy's saying the drummer and the bassist, not important. Thank you.
Spinal Tap makes that argument, particularly with drummers.
Good day.
Yeah. It was the drummer or the keyboard. No, it was the drummer.
That's all I had to do? Shit, I would have done that an hour and a half ago.
Whistle and Daltrey back in the 90s used to go out a little bit as the Who. They had Townsend's Blessing.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it didn't sell.
Yeah.
Nobody went.
Right.
And I'm with you. Love Ant Whistle.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think that since you have the songwriter, the leader of the band, I think it still validates calling
I would
it the
pay
Who.
to see Ent Whistle and Moon play.
It'd be a very quiet concert.
I would pay money for that.
The quietest Moon's ever been.
Yeah, the fucking casket exploded at the end. It was fucking nuts.
Just like one of his bones like deteriorates and falls off. It's a cymbal. Ding!
Yeah. That's how Pete Townsend lost the rest of his hearing. Was at the funeral. Well, didn't realize he was going to do it.
Got my lefty this time.
I didn't know he's from Liverpool.
Well, he's not.
All right, so it's almost time for us to go. Do we want to get one more quick song? Or is that... Or we don't have to if you don't want to.
I can't think of a...
Shoot your
That was like
load.
the only one I actually could...
Oh, all right,
play.
never mind.
Everything else has
cool.
to just be with the band.
I just happen to... No, you don't.
Just bang on the couch.
Wow.
He's just, his drums are in the hallway.
We
so
actually
we're just
did that
gonna
once.
Load them in.
Are you kidding me? Really?
We did.
When this was smaller.
Well, no, we it was a Monday night, so there's really almost every Monday of the year. There's nobody in this building. Kenny Friedman. Anybody know
Yeah,
Kenny?
Kenny, yeah,
He plays
Kenny
in Wonder
Friedman,
Story
yeah.
sometimes. He's a keyboard player.
Forgione.
Big advocate of butter.
No, Friedman.
Huge advocate of butter, by the way.
Of butter?
Don't ask.
All right.
Yeah, literally, he would. I had
Are
on
there
Facebook,
photos?
years ago. He used to post almost every week about
Like
how
last tango in
natural
Paris.
butter is. He would show photos of it. Ants wouldn't go near like margarine, but would go near butter, so it's more natural. It's better for you.
Oh,
it's like okay, I'm just gonna unfollow you.
Wow.
Kenny, are you all right? But anyway, yeah,
I don't like bugs, so I would eat margarine.
Right.
He was in here with Joe DeJesus. Joe DeJesus used to have a show in here, so we take credit for him playing with Del Judas now.
Nice.
Like he blew up in here. So yeah,
But there was a wall here because that was this, wasn't it? I was pretty sure it was pre this setup.
It was pre this setup, but I think the wall was already gone. I think. I'm not positive. But anyway, so there was nobody in the building. It was a Monday night, so we actually had a drummer set up in the hallway, and we just kept the door open.
And the keyboard was
right around here.
Right here.
And
then
then
everybody else was over.
Yeah. This table used to be like where we are. We
translate
used to sit
it
in that
90
corner.
degrees.
Yeah.
Would they ever let?
You would have the Tiny Desk concert then.
Yeah,
exactly.
That lawsuit is still going through with those pricks over at NPR.
Well, in
motherfuckers.
I mean, you were the very small desk. You were the very small desk concert, but they're still fighting you over.
It was the tiny penis series, and then we were like, what about desks?
No, when you said that that bit on SNL when Sean Connery would be on Jeopardy.
Yes, I'll take the rapist for 1,000.
The penis mightier.
Therapist.
Yeah. Oh, that is the penis mightier, Sean.
That's so fun. I think I'm actually going through. It's like this or something I tried once, and I think it was Home by the Sea.
Oh,
I
could try like acoustic.
I didn't know what that conversation. Well, I think I tried that once. I thought we were going to go in a completely different.
I was in bed and
this is a family show for God's sake.
I used to do a lot of drugs, so I'm ready for everything.
I'll see how far I can go with this. So,
So when does the show end? Like in 2 minutes?
In 2 minutes?
The song is 3
Are you-
minutes.
are you
so
telling
we're
me to
good.
cut him off? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
I'm saying if you see me
I
go
guess
like
in a
this.
halfway go-
That was ballsy to do that right in front of him.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
awesome.
No, well, I was kind of to the side.
I'll see if I can.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do like 2 verses.
We're going to see too, Mike.
Well, it's time to go. No, I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Hug your kids, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, Mike. I had to do it. Sorry.
Of course. Let's see.
Creeping up the blind side, shining up the wall, stealing through the dark of the night. Climbing through a window, stepping to the floor, checking to the left and the right. Picking up the pieces, putting them away. Something doesn't feel quite right. Help me, someone, let me out of here. Then out of the dark when suddenly heard, welcome to the home by the sea. Coming out the woodwork through the open door, pushing from above and below. Shadow with that substance in the shape of men, round and down the sideways they go. Trip without direction, eyes that hold despair, then as they sign away a moan. Help me, someone, let me out of here. Living here so long undisturbed, dreaming of the time we were free. So many years ago, before that time we heard from the birth, welcome to the home by the sea. Sit down as we relive our lives in what we tell you. Sit down as we relive our lives in what we tell you. Before the time we were free, welcome to the home by the sea.
Woo! Damn, Mike.
Well done.
What time is it?
That was great. I
Thank you.
never heard that song like that before. That was cool. That was very cool.
Never
Very
done it,
nice.
so.
All right, Seconds Out next Saturday, September 7th at 89 North in Patchogue with us and Floyd.
Oh, look at you. Look at this guy.
He can be taught. He can be taught.
Thank you very
If we learned anything from Tony Walker and Helen Keller, it's that
I was just about to do the wah-wah.
everyone can be taught.
With time, patience, and perseverance.
Right. Or
It can
Apple.
happen
We
for
used to
you.
do in the Air Force. Apple. That's from Project X with what's his face? Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick.
Oh, yeah, with the
Oh,
A's.
what the intro to
Apple.
$6 Million
Apple.
We can rebuild them.
So could you imagine? One time I did this and I never put it up online, but I photoshopped a picture of Helen Keller in front of a Wawa, and my wife said, "Don't you fucking dare!" I'm like,
so great.
come on.
That's very funny.
But anyway, go ahead, Tony. You were saying.
Ann Rodney says, great guest today, Tony. Loved every minute of today's show. Very nice.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, and Ann's in California. So, Ann, get these guys booked somewhere in California.
Yeah, Ann. Come on, Ann.
Let's do it.
Why are we not booked yet?
Well done.
And so what's again, give us the socials where they can find you, keep tabs on upcoming dates and stuff.
Seconds Out Tribute on Facebook, on Insta, secondsouttribute.com. We got a website, has links to all our stuff. And,
Cool.
Yeah.
YouTube?
Yeah, we got a bunch of shows coming up. We got this one coming up, and then we got a
Cutting
couple
Room.
in November. You know, I
Boston?
think you guys were talking about Boston. Yeah, we're Boston on the
Boston Harbor
the 8th.
Distillery.
Oh, we're doing stage 317 on the 15th.
Oh, very
November
nice.
15th.
Farmingdale in
That's a
November.
great stage there.
Back to the Warehouse in December, and
Oh,
the Cutting
cool.
Room. You guys were talking about that.
Yep.
And then in the new year, we got Industry booked in
February 8th.
Very nice.
And so that's the near future, next 4 or 5 months.
All right. Well, we'll definitely have you. I think before you head to Boston, let's get you guys back
okay.
in.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool, cool.
Absolutely, that'll be great. We have a good time when you guys come in. I appreciate you guys always
Always a pleasure.
taking the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
My pleasure. No, what about any other bands? Let It Bleed? Any?
Stereomatic, are you playing?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, tonight at At Platt Deutsch, starting
Right.
at 6:30. It's a great
band.
venue.
Carbon Copy will play Blue Point Brewery tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
In Patchogue.
Very nice.
And Let It Bleed on Saturday tomorrow at the Glen Cove Town Center.
Very
But
nice.
go to Let It Bleed. Don't worry about Carbon Copy.
Hey! Okay.
What about you? You playing any? You got any?
Check my socials.
Good answer. Very nice. It's only
Will do.
yeah. We can only promote other comedy shows so much. So, but yeah, go to Andy's socials and see where he's what he's got going on.
Is that what it is? Andy Socials? I'm not getting
Unfortunately,
anywhere.
yes. Andy Plajanos was taken. I'm the only one in the world, actually. We've been through this.
Yeah. All right. So just about time for us to go. Real quick before we head out, let me go over some of the dates going on around here. Also September 7th, but during the day. So you can come to this and then go see the band. In Hicksville, the Town of Oyster Bay Athletic Center, from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m., the Nassau County PAL Police, the PAL Special Needs Unit is having a yard sale. A lot of nice items were donated, and the PAL is going to sell them off, and all the proceeds go to the Special Needs Unit Division of the Police Athletic League of Nassau County. So come check that out and say hi. I'll be there. Let's see. September 14th, Jeff Bosey playing the Giggle Room here at Governor's. September 27th, Knockem Dead Comedy performing a fun murder mystery show at the Brokerage in Belmore. The very next night, we'll be here in the Giggle Room at Governor's in Levittown doing a trivia night. Triple X Trivia, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. October 5th, Gov's Comedy Club Podcast presents The Down and Outs. Claudia Sherman and Gretchen Kammer with Nancy Parker, and I'll be hosting that. That's in the Giggle Room, October 5th. Also in the Giggle Room, Gov's Comedy Club Podcast presents Clash of the Boroughs, Staten Island and Astoria with Mike Pachetti and friends. Mike will be hosting. Johnny McDonald, Sean Kearns, Courtney Otera, Andrew Farella. Headlining is New York funny man Greg Criticos. Let's see, Knockem Dead Comedy again in December at McGuire's in Bohemia. Go to govs.com to check out the full schedule and what's cooking. Who's there? Who's at Governor's this weekend? I've been screwing up their lineup all weekend.
Kevin Downey Jr.?
Kevin Downey Jr. is playing. He's one night at the Brokerage, one night at McGuire's. Butera is playing with Sean Kearns.
Yep.
Terry McNeely. There's also a Golden Girls trivia night this weekend.
Joe, you've been asking about that.
And then next week, I believe, is Maurice Bernard from General Hospital. And go to govs.com, check out their full schedule, and make your reservations. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com to find out what we got going on, how you get information on how you can hire us for your event, and that'll do it. And again, check out Seconds Out. Go to their socials and go see them next Saturday. All right, we're out of here. Everybody enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Everybody got good plans? No. All right, cool. No.
I did, but I decided not to do them.
Yeah.
Well,
Went with the bad plan.
We'll be in here on Monday. We will be here. We have the Long Island Laugh-Off is tonight, the finals.
I was going to talk to you afterwards, see what you were thinking with that.
I'm
if
not
you're against
sure
it, then that's cool.
if I'm against it. I don't know if I'm against it.
Right.
I don't know if I'm coming to it, but
right.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it or not. But we have a comedian that made the finals. His name is Jake Chapman. He will be in here with us on Monday. And we have a band joining us on Monday as well. They're called Hits with a Z. Ooh.
That's edgy.
Well, we all
That's
know
original.
that from past experience that adding a Z to a band's title
Yes.
is sort of the fucking cool thing to do.
Well, that's what
That
Cars
or
for
the-
Kids did.
So you guys should
and
be
look how well
seconds.
they're doing.
You guys should be seconds out.
Or
Seconds out.
Z-E and then an X.
Both are Z's.
Yeah, Z and X in
Seconds
there.
out.
There you
Zex out.
Because if one Z is good, two's got to be fucking incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Seconds Out.
We are seconds out.
Oh, boy. So, we'll be in here with Jake and the band Hits on Monday. So start your Labor Day off with us. You're all off from work, and you're going to be hanging out. You're not doing anything because it's, you don't do anything till later when you barbecue and stuff. So I went like this for barbecue. I don't know why. I don't know why.
You're giving people food.
Is that what I'm doing?
I think so.
Or you're throwing ninja stars. It's one of the two.
I guess,
right?
yeah. I don't know. Or I'm like...
You don't like my barbecue?
Or I'm one of the pips, maybe. I don't know.
No, damn this trench coat.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not going to suck itself. Yeah.
Great, my first job interview. All over again.
What does that bring me back? Living in a bubble.
Back is the effective word.
All right, with that, we're out of here.